In other words, if we should move to Mexico or Azores or wherever, Belize, can we still collect those benefits and listen to as I listen to the show, I'm worried about finding a bank in Washington, D.C. or New York that I could trust of where the government of the United States would put my pension and my retirement. Is that possible? And how would we find them?
Well, first of all, you can't find them because the event hasn't happened yet. I think that all pensions, if we do have an evaluation like I projected, all pensions and Social Security will all be cut by an equal amount. In other words, as I said, if you're getting $1,000 a month from Social Security or a pension and they go 1 for 3, then you would get $325 a month. But then again, ostensibly, the cost of everything would come down as well. The things that are going to cost a lot are things that come in from foreign countries, dependent upon whether the foreign country that's exporting has devalued as well. They may have revalued. It's not an easy answer. And as far as you're getting your checks outside the United States, they may put on currency controls. And I think eventually they will. And that will affect me because I'm outside the country. But there's always ways around everything. And if you get the international forecaster and you send questions in, we answer them, and we'll tell you how to avoid those things.
All right. Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? You send him an email from the international forecaster. You call him on the phone and ask the question about, what to do. He gives the advice free. The phone number is 800-375-4188. Leave your name, leave your phone number, and he'll call you back. And he will tell you how to get around this information. It's not that hard. Guys, I hope you're paying attention out there. I pray that you're paying attention because the advice is the best you can get. And while we are running short on time, Mr. Chapman, one last question. Brazil and Uruguay are damaging their relations with the United States. What do you think about this effect that Brazil and Uruguay is doing to the United States by sending the U.S. back to the United States?
Sending what back to the United States?
Sending the U.S. dollar, sending the U.S. dollars back to the United States and having the United States convert those dollars to euros or other currency.
Well, I think it's a good idea for those currencies, and they're perfectly entitled to do so. I've spent time in both places, and Uruguay is a very small country. And if you look at the American embassy there, and some of the Marines who are listening are probably there, it looks like a porcupine. And they just hired 30,000 people, and they're intercepting everything. Believe me. I know what they're doing.
I will tell you this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So they've hired 30,000 people to intercept phone calls, faxes, emails. This is the United States government in Uruguay. And they're monitoring other countries from there. Now, they have a new president, and he's the former head of the Taparero terrorists, if you want to call them that. And they'd call themselves freedom fighters. He's no longer a combatant, but he won the election. And he's leftist. And I think the United States might have a hard time in the future operating out of there. Brazil's another thing altogether. But as far as sending the dollars back for euros or some other currency, I don't blame them. I mean, I'd do that because we know the dollar's devaluing all the time. Other country currencies are as well. You just have to pick the right ones. And so the best thing for Uruguay and Brazil to do if they want to do that is change currencies for harder currencies. Change dollars for Swiss francs, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, Norwegian krona. These are the strongest currencies in the world right now.
I heard that. Mr. Chapman, I hope your golf game's good. I hope Judy's doing great. We've got to get out of here and take a break, and I appreciate you being on the show, and you'll be back next Thursday, sir?
You better believe it. And Judy sent 2 40-foot putts, and she chipped in twice.
Outstanding. One quick question. How about the 24th? Bobby wanted to know if you were going to do a show on the 24th, you want to take a holiday.
I don't know yet, but I'll be to you on it. I have to see what the framework is.
All right. With all of that, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Bob Chapman, the first hour. We're running a little over our break time, and I acknowledge that.